Steve from Custom Table Tennis, and we're just going to have a look at what's available on our Black Friday offer. So we'll start with the obvious one, which is the bats. I mean, we've been selling absolutely loads of these. This is the all-round plus at $34.99. We do them in boxes of 10 at $29.99. But for Black Friday, you've got your 10% voucher. The code will be available. It would be BF10. Now, the voucher is going to be valid from 1 p.m. Friday, and then when Adam comes in on the Monday at 9:15, we're going to take it off. So you've got all weekend, so there's no real panic. This is the mainstay of the bats. We've got another one at $29.99, so that's going to cost you £30.50. And then this particular one, perfect. I mean, I'm actually going to be putting rubbers on these because we've actually run out of stock, but we've got another 200 coming. They may come in time. So this is the one. This one's going to cost you about $26.99 or $27. I don't know how it'll work out with the code. So that's the bats. If you like the rubbers and you want to buy them separately, there'll be also 10% off these. These are $14.99 on the Gambler 7s, which is on there, and 10% off the Volt M, which is the new version from them. But it makes sense really, because you think, well, you can buy a bat for the price of 2 rubbers, but people are buying these rubbers separately. So that's the blade separately. That's if you just want the blade. That's a really nice all-around blade, $26.99, so you've got your 10% off that. And then our 2 best sellers, and this one, the premium Hinoki, we're down to about a dozen pieces left. So especially with it being this time of year, if you give it a little bit of leeway on these, we are getting out track 24, but give it another 2 or 3 days. It's the same story every year for the last 20 plus years, and people ringing up the next day saying, where's my stuff? Give us a little bit of time. It is that time of year. But these will cost you the $59.99. These with the 10%, you're looking at about £54 ish. So moving on to the rubbers then, all the Exium rubbers, and I'm going to do a separate review about the 5 rubbers because somebody asked me about it, and we did a video and I realised it was nearly half an hour, and I'm going to simplify it just on the rubbers. But so these are all the Vegas. There's other Vegas as well, but these are on the list there. All the different Vegas to choose from in the different thicknesses. These $39.99, so 10% off there. So what's that going to bring it down to? Around about $35.99, $36, something like that. And then our best-selling rubbers by an absolute country mile, and we've just now got them in max as well, although it's a little bit confusing because you've got the 2.1 and the max, but we've asked them and they say the max is a 2.3 because it's got a thinner top sheet. So we've got these in the Jekyll and Hyde, we've got them in the 47.5, and we've got them in the 52.5. So moving along from the rubbers then, everybody knows all about these. As I say, we're going to do the review on, just break these down for people because people are not understanding these different names, but it's more about the hardness and how it fits in with different other brands. So moving along then, we'll just finish off with our 4 best-selling blades. So this has been around for years. It's probably the blade that put them on the map. It's the Stradivarius. Think of your Timor Ball ALC and all your different blades of this sort of composition. Very, very nicely finished. The amount of county players that are using this and the Division 1 players. Very, very popular blade. So the Stradivarius, 10% off that one. This one's becoming more popular because there's been a recent switch over to Hinoki. If you have a look at the other videos we did, I did a whole video about Hinoki, why it's becoming popular. A lot of these are going out at the moment. It comes in different thicknesses. This is the offensive one. Then there's an offensive plus and an offensive plus plus based on the thickness. Again, 10% off that one. Then we'll move on to the signature blades. So we've got the Hugo HAL If you follow your table tennis, you'll know that the Hugo Calderano, this is his actual blade. He uses the HAL. Nice signature blade. I think he was number 5 in the world, beating the Chinese players on a regular basis. The whole emphasis on this one is you can't hardly see the carbon. He wanted a blade specifically made can't even say it, specifically for him, and it's all about the feel with this blade, but it's not lacking in power. Made in Korea, very good at making blades. We're just got a phone call, so we'll be right back. So putting this one to one side then, Hugo Calderano, very, very popular, good European player. Well, he's kind of taken over from where Timo Boll left off. And then the final blade, I think this is the most attractive blade one of the most attractive blades I've ever seen actually. And this is the An Jae-yun, another top Korean player. You can see in there the ply. This is a 3-ply weave, so there's 3 different compositions in here, all woven into one, and you can see it's very, very similar to an inner, and that's to say that the ply, the carbon ply, is set deeper, and there's more wood on the outer, so this makes this an inner. So we're just going to wrap up there, and obviously you got the gist of the video. 10% on everything, and we've had a few interruptions, so I'm rushing my way through this before the phone rings again. Steve from Custom Table Tennis. We'll have a new video back on Tuesday. We don't know what it's going to be yet, but hit the like and subscribe, and get your stuff from customtabletennis.co.uk. Bye for now.